Some approaches related with feminism are very interesting and we need to be familiar with them. Two of those include Black feminism and Postmodern Feminism. Black feminism, as the very name shows, is related with the non-white women. The life and experiences of the non-white women needed attention. Because we have seen that the history of feminism shows that most of the work was done in Europe and the United States of America. And most of the times they were talking about the rights that were enjoyed by women who were white later on. But we see that few people were talking about the rights of women who were not white, non-white women or African American women. And later on, women who belong to other parts of the world also. We see that some of the feminist writers, they started talking about these issues. They said that the experiences, that the problems, the challenges that were faced by non-white women needed to be talked about. They needed discussion, they needed debate. The approach proposes that there is an intersectionality of gender identity, sexism, class oppression, and racism. That is, just like racism works, similarly sexism works. There is gender identity problems and there is class oppression. Just like in the class system, social class system, one class oppresses the other class. The stronger class oppresses the weaker class. Similarly, women are also oppressed in the society, and particularly in this context, talking about the women who were non-white. The intersectionality needs to be acknowledged, it was said. We needed to talk about it, we needed to do research on that, and we needed to understand that these women also needed their rights as equal level citizens. In this regard, National Black Feminist Organization, NBFO, was founded in 1973. It focused on issues experienced by African American women. White and non-white women are positioned differently in the societal power structure. So what they were saying was that in the society's power structure, women who are white and women who are non-white, they were positioned in such a manner that the non-white women are always going to be at the lower rung. They will be at a lower level. So that needed to be talked about. Black feminist literature, बहुत सी ख़वातीन ने जो है इस तरह का अदब लिखा, इस तरह की शायरी की, जिसमें ऐसी ख़वातीन जो कि स्याफ़ाम थीं, उनके हकूक़ और उनके मसाइल के बारे में बात की गई. In this connection, some of the famous writers include Patricia Hill Collins. In 1990, she wrote Black Feminist Thought, Knowledge, Consciousness, and the Politics of Empowerment. Then we had Alice Walker. In 1983, she wrote In Search of Our Mother's Gardens, Womanist Prose. So that was a new term that was introduced by such literature. The second related approach with feminism is postmodern feminism. As the very name shows, it is discussing feminism after modernism. This is moving beyond modernist approach. So whatever was discussed and done in the modernist approach, they were going a step further than that. Gender is constructed through language. So gender is something which is non-biological. It has been constructed through language by the society. Judith Butler is one of the famous names in this regard, who said gender is a discursive construction and performance rather than a biological fact. और एक्चुअली इस अप्रोच के मुताबिक तो हमें जेंडर में और सेक्स में डिफरेंशिएट ही करना नहीं चाहिए, इनमें कोई तफरीक नहीं करनी चाहिए. शायद दरअसल ये एक ही चीज़ के दो नाम हैं. जूडिथ बटलर के कहने के मुताबिक सेक्स और एटलीस्ट जेंडर इज कंस्ट्रक्टेड थ्रू लैंग्वेज. हो सकता है कि सेक्स बिल्कुल एक बायोलॉजिकल चीज़ तो है, اس میں شاید لینگویج کا اتنا عمل دخل نہ ہو، لیکن زبان اور زباندانی کا عمل دخل جینڈر کے معاملے میں ضرور ہے، جو کہ ہم آئندہ کسی ماڈیول میں دیکھیں گے کہ کس طرح سے زبان یعنی لینگویج جو ہے وہ متاثر کر سکتی ہے جینڈر اور جینڈر سوشلائزیشن کے عمل کو. ویمن سبارڈینیشن it is said has no single cause and similarly no single solution. عورتوں کا کوئی ایک مسئلہ، ایک روٹ کاز مسائل کا نہیں ہے جس کو آپ یہ کہیں کہ اس مسئلے کو حل کر لیں گے تو تمام مسائل کا حل مل جائے گا. تو بہت سی چیزیں ہیں جن کا ایک کمبینیشن ہے جو مسائل کی صورت میں اور چیلنجز کی صورت میں سامنے آتا ہے. So there is no specific route to action suggested. یعنی ہم یہ نہیں کہیں گے اس اپروچ کے مطابق ایک خاص طریقے سے ہم عورتوں کے حقوق حاصل کر سکتے ہیں یا ان کے مسائل حل کر سکتے ہیں. ہمیں ایک جو کمبینیشن ہے اور ایک مجموعہ ہے مختلف طرح کی اپروچز کا، اس کو استعمال کرنا پڑے گا عورتوں کے مسائل کو سمجھنے کے لیے اور ان کے حل تک پہنچنے کے لیے.